I'm built to win. Applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win. Yeah. Diffuse, mine it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it, they told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie, I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like Toby, keep on running toes, they gon' take them. Refuse to lose, built to win. Applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win. Yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win. Applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Unfazed. We've been gone for a week. You know, your boy was on his honeymoon, but I am back now, and I'm excited for today's episode. We got so much to get into. Obviously, we got to talk about the team I represent. You know what I mean? That's the Philadelphia Eagles, took their first L of the season. We got to talk about the Commanders. JD5 back, so of course we got to discuss that. You know what I mean? Drake Maye making some waves lately. Detroit, we see you, Detroit. We got a lot to get into. But before we get into all that, Joe Jordan, how you feeling today, my guy?
I'm good. The real question is, how are you feeling? You know, fresh off the wedding, fresh off the honeymoon. I mean, you had an eventful 2 weeks for real so far. How you feeling?
I'm feeling great, man. I'm in great spirits. Like I said, the honeymoon went well, or the wedding went great. The honeymoon was just as good, if not better. You know, the Eagles won the 2 games when I was away for the wedding, the game where I was away for the honeymoon, but then they lost when I was able to watch them live again. So, you know, that made me feel a bit of a way. But, Joe, I got to say before we get started, man, before I kick it to you, this is one of the moments where I'm so grateful to have you as a co-host. I'm grateful to have Unfazed. I'm grateful to have R2L because we have a platform where we can talk sports. I was away for 1 week, people, and I got so much to say. I'm on my honeymoon. Like, oh my gosh, I got so much I want to get off my chest. I got so much I want to say. So I'm just grateful to have this platform, to be with Joe, to be with R2L, to be with Unfazed, to have this moment, man. This is gonna be a fun episode. I'll say that. This is gonna be a fun episode. But gotta talk about what we just saw, man. The Patriots just beat the Bills. And Drake Maye, he's starting to make some waves, man. We see how the numbers looking. We see how he's playing. We see how Stephon Diggs is playing. Them guys look hungry. Both of us had the Patriots making the playoffs this year, if I'm not mistaken. You know, I think it was 6 or 7 seed. We both had them eking into the playoffs. And right now they in prime position to go on a bit of a run. So I got to ask you, the way Drake Maye is playing, the way the Patriots are playing, could you see Drake Maye being a dark horse MVP candidate when it's all said and done?
Dark horse. I would say yes. Dark horse MVP. See, the numbers actually look pretty good. The numbers, right? When you look at his numbers right now, and Drake Maye, he's 5th in passing yards, top 5. Okay, we can take that. He's 2nd in completion percentage. All right, I mean, we can take that right to the bank. So, like, I mean, he's playing well. He had a signature win against the Bills. I feel like that was his Jaden Daniels against Joe Burrow game. Although, you know, he was a rookie when he did it. But Drake Maye's like, yeah, that's a different story. But this was Drake Maye's coming out party. Like, and I do want to say this, though. Like, I feel like the MVP toss are too premature because they are 3-2. All right, they're 3-2. They did beat a good team, but Drake Maye doesn't have the resume to put him up there right now. You know, I get it. He had one great game against a good team on prime time, so like all eyeballs are on him. And then it's Josh Allen. You know, the media loves Josh Allen. He beats Josh Allen, and he played well. So did Stephon Diggs. I guess Stephon Diggs some credit for that too. He played well, came to play. So I would say yes to dark horse, but I wouldn't throw him in the top 5 MVP right now. I wouldn't.
I would say in regards to Drake May, first off, I love what I'm seeing. You know, he's maneuvering the pocket very well, showing the legs. He's throwing the ball downfield, you know, giving his receivers, you know what I'm saying, opportunities to make plays. Stephon Diggs been showing out the last 2 weeks, back-to-back weeks, over 100 yards. He's starting to look like himself. I kind of went into this season kind of just a little iffy about Diggs. Like, is Diggs still the same guy after the ACL tear? But clearly, you know, he's been amped as of late. And this Bills game, these matchups with the Bills gonna be important because he bringing it every time, you know. So you got that going in your favor. But I just feel like Drake May he's looking comfortable in the offense, and he's looking like he know what he's doing back there, you know. Like you said, as I pulled the numbers back up, Drake May right now, like you said, top 5 passing yards, you know, number 2 in completion percentage, top 6 in passer rating as well. So like all of the numbers aren't there, but enough of them are there for him to eke into the conversation. But I think what does it for me, Joe, we talked about these topics late last night, and we didn't give our takes, obviously, because we wait for the show. But as we was talking about it, and as I went and studied today, I'm like, man, you know, we got to talk about Drake May. He's making waves in the league. He's doing this and that. People were talking about him. I'm like, is it a stretch to say he'd be MVP or dark horse? And we both kind of was like, you know, we'll talk about it later, but we should leave it as a topic. The more I thought about it, Joe, the more I feel like he could be beyond the dark horse. I feel like he could be a top 5 candidate. I feel like he could be a top 4, top 3 candidate. Because you got to look at it like this. Not only does he now have that statement game and he has the numbers, but he also has this schedule that lines up for him perfect. I mean, you got New Orleans, you got Tennessee, you got Cleveland, you got Atlanta, you got Tampa. The toughest team in there is Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay obviously is a threat. We all know that in the NFC. But that'll be another big-time marquee matchup for him against another guy who you can make an argument should be in MVP conversations right now, you know, in Baker Mayfield. But then after that, you got the Jets. You got Cincinnati. Don't think Joe Burrow will be back by that time, right? You got the Giants after that. I know their defensive line is like that, but, like, what else do they have for real? You know, I like what I see from Jackson Dart so far, but outside of that, you know, no Malik Neighbors, what do they have over there? And then you got Buffalo again. And Baltimore. And so it's like the schedule is lined up for the Patriots to make a run. And what is the most important thing about an MVP candidate? Not only do you have to have the numbers, you got to have the wins. If they could rattle off some wins and go on a streak. Now, in order for him to be a true candidate, he got to snatch the division from Josh Allen, and that's going to be beyond tough. But if you could rattle off some wins so that game late in the season versus Buffalo, you know, at home is like, if you win this game, you're in a driver position to win a division. He could be right there. And the schedule say the way they playing, they can take it over. So the way I'm looking at it right now, I think he's a media favorite because the story always matters too. He's a media favorite. The stats going to be there. If they win, the wins are going to be there. I think he'd be beyond a dark horse MVP. I think he'd be in the conversation with the favorites.
Yeah, he has to win though. Like if he wins 11 games, 12 games, his 12 games with his 5 losses is not as equal as somebody else's 5 losses. Because if he get 5 losses out of these games, well, 3 more, which is pretty cool. He could lose to Buccaneers, Buffalo, and let's say the Falcons, all right? And the Ravens, the Ravens. I think that'd be cool. But then the only win he can lean on out of 12 games to be an MVP is Buffalo. So I feel
that's why he not to cut you off. He's going to, in order for him to be a true candidate, he's going to have to beat them other. He might have to beat Josh again. He's going to have to beat Baker Mayfield. Like, he can afford to lose to Tennessee. Yeah. You could lose to Tennessee. You could lose to Cleveland. You could lose to Atlanta. But the marquee games, he has to win.
He has to lose one of them games. That's it. Can't lose 2.
Right. That's fair.
You got Saints, Titans, Browns, Falcons hit or miss, right?
Right.
Saints, Titans, Browns, Falcons. I said it's a Teddy. I said if y'all can beat the Saints, Titans, Browns, and Falcons, when y'all play the Buccaneers, it will be a big game
Right.
because Baker's also in the MVP conversation. So let's say Baker keeps it up, and that's another best way to to become MVP is to beat the candidates. He beat Josh Allen.
Mm-hmm.
Josh Allen is an MVP candidate right now. So if he goes out and beat Baker, and let's say Lamar comes back and Lamar starts balling, and at the end of this, you got the Ravens at a great time. You got the Ravens at the end of the season, 3 games with your last 3 games is first one is the Ravens. If the Ravens are on the road when Lamar comes back and Lamar's playing well, and you beat Lamar in Baltimore, that would like it feels right there. So I can see it. He has a schedule. The schedule favors him, but it can also hurt him. That's why he has to win these games. It comes down to winning at the end of the day.
He got to ball out, but it starts somewhere. You brought up the point that he doesn't have the resume to put him up there with those guys, and you're right about that. He doesn't. But you could burst on the scene to be an MVP candidate.
You could.
So that's that is a thing as well. It's a lot of guys that just burst on the scene one season and just like, yo, he playing out of it. Daniel Jones, prime example, right now.
Man,
you know what I mean? Like,
and they winning though.
and yeah, right, and they winning. So I think he's in a really good spot. You just continue to win at this level. He gonna have his games here and there, but yeah, just as long as he continues to do what he's doing, maybe improve the QBR a little bit, but keep the passer rating high, keep the completion percentage high, keep the yardage high, and win.
I think like he has to
the
be
media
like
already the media already love him too, and that's the media drives it. The media, national media drives it. They already love him, and they want the Patriots to be the Patriots again. So the story be, he's the next guy behind Tom Brady to come in and put the Patriots back on the map. Oh, he's pushed the former league MVP to the brink and is on the verge of snatching a division. Stephon Diggs, revenge games. Like, just, the story, the story is going to add to it as well. I think he's got it lined up, but he's got a ball. He's got to continue to play well. For sure. All
right. Well, speaking of ball, man, I mean, I know you have a lot to say about this next topic. I know you got the flag ready. You got the flag on, got the background showing, you ready. The Eagles, woo, they were up by 2 scores on the Broncos. Lose the lead. Offense is one day it looks like this, another day it looks like that. And it always comes down to, man, the offense. AJ Brown in press conference, defense playing well. We got to be consistent. So, AJ, all right, this question is directed to you, as you can see. Are you concerned with your offense? And when I say y'all, I mean the Eagles.
No.
Oh.
No, I'm not concerned with the Eagles offense. The only way I'd be concerned with the Eagles offense is if Jalen Hurts ain't on the field, if AJ Brown not on the field, if Saquon and Smitty not on the field, and if Lane Johnson and all of our big-time guys up front are not on the field. As long as them guys on the field, honestly, mainly, if I'm being honest, mainly AJ and Hurts are on the field, I don't have too many concerns about this offense because I have seen this story before. Now, granted, do I have a little bit of concern about Kevin Patullo? Of course. Kevin Patullo, he's struggling. First-year play caller. It's difficult coming into a situation, even though you've been with the team for all of this time, it's difficult coming into a situation where you just took over the offensive play calling for the defending champions. They are not a team that's going to sneak up on teams, right? They're a team that just won the championship. They are the hunted in the NFL. And you start your first 4 games of the season with the hardest schedule in the NFL. Again, for the people who need to hear me again in the back, the Eagles have had the hardest schedule to start the season of any team in the National Football League. I know at one point there was a lot of people complaining about the Eagles having easy schedules. Now we winning 4-1, and it's been the hardest schedule in the National Football League, right? You play Dallas. We see how Dallas offense looks right now. The defense isn't great, but we see how the offense look, right? You play the Kansas City Chiefs, even though they are 2-3 right now. I kind of expected them to not be as good. They was up for playing us because we just beat them in the Super Bowl. The Chiefs are still the Chiefs from that standpoint. When they're on the schedule, that is a game that you circle, right? You played the Rams, the team that pushed you the furthest in the playoffs just this past year on your Super Bowl run, right? So that obviously is going to be a tough game. And they added Devontae Adams. So that's going to be a tough game, right? Then you play Tampa Bay, a team in Tampa Bay who you routinely struggle with. Baker Mayfield, a quarterback that you routinely struggle with. A defensive coordinator, a head coach, Todd Bowles, that Hurts in the offense routinely struggles with. And you put Kevin Patullo in that situation, and you wanted Kevin Patullo to come out killing right away. It wasn't going to happen like that. It's an unrealistic expectation. And I'll be honest with the fans, and I'll let the fans know, I expected more from the offense at this point in the season. But right now, and this is about to segue perfectly into what else I have to say. Right now, it's not about how it looks. I get so tired of people talking about how things look. How does it look? How does it look? How does it look? How does it look? Bro, it is the first week of October. Does it matter how it looks right now? Or is it about winning games at the current moment? Especially when you have the hardest schedule in the league to start. It don't matter how you win these games. Just find a way to win them. A lot of these games are in conference. A lot of these teams might mess around and win their division. So these are tiebreakers that are going to matter down the stretch of the season, right? So it don't really matter. Just win the game. Just find a way to, I don't care if you win by a half a point. Win the game is going to matter down the stretch. People talk about how things look. The only time in the NFL season where you should truly care as a fan, I'll just say as a fan or even as analyst, about how a team looks, weeks 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And if you're fighting for playoff seeding, obviously those last few games going into the playoffs. That's the only stretch in the whole season where it matters. Because I'll tell you something else. In the playoffs, it don't matter how it looks. However you win, it's how you win. The name of the game is winning and getting to the next round. Just get to the next round. The Philadelphia Eagles are the prime example of this, which is why I get so upset with the Philadelphia Eagles discourse at the moment. The Eagles started 2-2 last year. They had 2 losses in conference. Falcons, Buccaneers. In conference. Those are 2 losses that hurt us down the stretch. It's part of the reason why we didn't get the number 1 seed. Then we lost to the Commanders, a loss within division in conference. Another reason why we didn't get the number 1 seed. But we got hot at the right time. We were hot going into the playoffs. We got to the playoffs. The first 2 games were ugly against the Packers. Ugly against the Rams. And then we hit a stride again and went on to win the Super Bowl. So it don't really matter how it looks right now. That brings me to Ajae Brown. I didn't get a chance to talk about this last week. I'm talking about it this week. And I think it's the perfect time to talk about it because we just lost. It's the perfect time to talk about it, Joe. In a way, I'm sad that I was not able to speak on this topic last week. But the fact that we lost speaks to everything I was going to say. It speaks to everything I was going to say. You want Jalen Hurts to air it out so bad. You want these targets and receptions so bad. You want the passing attack to be this, that, and the third so bad. And the passing attack was hitting against the Broncos, one of the best secondaries in the NFL. We scored the least amount of points we scored all season. But Jalen Hurts had 2 passing touchdowns, 280 yards, right? Devontae Smith had 114, 116 yards, right? Ajae Brown didn't get a ton of receptions. I mean, he going up against Pastor Tan. So that, I mean, I kind of expected that if I'm being honest with you. But at the end of the day, he was getting his targets. He was getting opportunities to make plays, right? Run game ain't going all day. We passing the ball. We earned 38 passing attempts. And we scored 17 points and couldn't put a field goal on the board to ice the game. So when people like, and I don't want to be too hard on Ajae Brown because I'm not going to be blind and act as if I don't understand where Ajae Brown is coming from. Ajae Brown is the best receiver to I know there were guys before T.O. and before I was able to watch football. But since I've been able to watch football, because you got like Mike Quick and a bunch of other guys. But in my time of watching football, Ajae Brown is the greatest Philadelphia Eagles receiver of all time. Bar none. Probably the most versatile receiver because he can go across the middle. He can beat you deep. His route tree, I think he's better than Deshaun Jackson. because he's more big and physical. I think he's better than T.O. just off the strength that T.O. only had really one great season in Philadelphia. T.O.'s the better overall receiver than A.J. Brown.
He played 1 year with Philly, though.
Right. But that 1 year he had 1,200 some yards. He got to the Super Bowl, but it's like what AJ Brown has done over the course of his career in Philadelphia. I gotta give AJ Brown a nod at this point. So I give it to AJ, and I give him all the credit in the world. But what I'm not gonna do, because I heard you do it, and I've heard other people do it, Joe. I'm not gonna cut AJ Brown no slack when it comes to how he truly feels about getting the ball within the offense. I'm all for him getting the ball, but I'm not gonna make this seem like his gripe is just about how the offense look. No, this is about AJ Brown touching the ball, and I'm all for AJ Brown touching the ball, but we're not gonna make it look like this is just about how the offense look. Joe, AJ Brown in 2023. Let's take you back, because what people don't understand, and allow me to walk you through this, Joe. What people don't understand is when you're an Eagles fan and been an Eagles fan for as long as you remember the sport of football, you've seen it all. I didn't just become an Eagles fan last year when we won the Super Bowl. I've been an Eagles fan long before A.J. Brown, and when A.J. Brown first got here, and when A.J. Brown's gone, I'm going to still rock with the Philadelphia Eagles. So I seen everything before A.J. I seen A.J. when he first got to Philadelphia, 2022, up till now, right? So I see a pattern. 2022, when he first got to the Philadelphia Eagles, he went for close to 1,500 yards, and if I'm not mistaken, I don't have the numbers right here in front of me, like 11 touchdowns. He was balling. We did not hear a peep out of A.J. Brown all season long. He had nothing to say. The offense is flowing. He touching the ball. Hurts going crazy. Vontae going crazy. Miles Sanders going crazy. We going to the Super Bowl, and he had a hell of a Super Bowl performance. It's nothing to say. It's nothing to say. Year 2 in Philadelphia, he starts the season off not touching the ball. And there's an infamous clip out there of him and Jalen Hurts going at it on the sidelines in the second game of the season, going up against the Minnesota Vikings. In the second game of the season, going up against the Minnesota Vikings. In this game, as I pull up these numbers, Joe, do you know that in that game, DeAndre Swift ran the ball 28 times for 175 yards? Do you know in that football game, Devontae Smith had 4 receptions for 131 yards? Do you know the Philadelphia Eagles scored 34 points in that game? The offense was cooking. Guess who wasn't happy? A.J. Brown. Because in that same game, A.J. Brown had 4 receptions for 29 yards. And A.J. Brown's on the sideline arguing with Jalen Hurts. Right? That's what's happening. And then what happened shortly after that? If we all remember, Eagles fans know, A.J. Brown went on a run and had 125 plus yards for like 5-6 straight weeks, breaking Calvin Johnson's record for the most receiving yards in consecutive games in the history of the game. Directly after that, that's when he set that record. That's when that run started. We did not hear a peep out of A.J. Brown during that time. Nothing out of A.J. Brown during that time. I bring you to last season. Last season, the offense don't look too great to start, but if people remember, A.J. Brown did not play the first few games of the season. He went down with a hamstring injury, right? Devontae Smith also got hurt last season to start the season, right? And so we started to hand the ball off to Saquon Barkley. And it got to the point where it's like, yo, Saquon Barkley cooking to the point where we just gonna lean on this. Similar to how we leaned on A.J. Brown when he first got to Philly in 2022. Conversation for another time. We gonna lean on Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley is gonna dominate, which is what he did. He dominated. What's A.J. Brown doing on the sideline? Reading books. Drawing attention to himself. And it's one thing to read a book and like legit look like you're reading the book. It's another thing to pick up a book and read a book and almost in a way pout while you're reading it. Come on, bro. A lot of the team has come out and be like, man, AJ been doing this. AJ, that could be fair, bro. It's all about body language. It's about body language. But let me tell you something, Joe. During that stretch of football games, guess what was happening? The offense was humming. We were winning football games. It was just on the back of Saquon Barkley. And when we needed to throw, we threw the ball and we won football games. So now let's take you to the offseason of this year. He has a quote directly after the Super Bowl that he made, and I'll paraphrase the quote. AJ Brown, after a few days, I've had time to reflect on being a champion. I tried to feel how everyone made it seem like it's supposed to feel to be a champion, but unfortunately for me, it was short-lived. 2 days to be exact. I have never been a champion at the highest level before, but I thought my hard work would be justified by winning it all. It wasn't. My thrill from this game comes from when I dominate. Quote, these are his quotes. My thrill comes from when I dominate. It's the hunt that does it for me. It's when the DB drops his head and surrenders because they know they can't F with me. The intense battles. That is what drives AJ Brown. Then, fast forward. Before the season starts, AJ Brown, along with Devontae Smith, might I add, they just handle things differently. I like Smitty want the ball too, but he gonna handle it a lot more mature than AJ Brown's going to handle it. AJ Brown before the season starts, AJ Brown says, I'm in position right now where I feel like I'm the best in the league, and I want to prove I'm the best in the league. That's what he said before the season started. Devontae Smith said, yeah, we just won. I do want some individual accolades. I've never been a top guy on the top 100. I've never been an all-pro receiver. I believe I'm talented enough to be in those conversations. I want that for myself for sure. These are things that they said. And then a week later, I heard a quote from Nick Sirianni. Nick Sirianni said, you know what the mantra is for this season? Contribution over credit. That's our mantra for the season. Contribution over credit. Everybody contributes. It don't matter who get credit as long as it gets done. That's how we going to run this season. Because he heard all the talk. He knows how the Eagles play. There's a lot of guys who want the ball. Dallas Goedert want the ball. Saquon want the ball. AJ want the ball. Devontae Smith wants the ball. You think Jalen don't want to throw the ball? You think he just enjoy handing the ball off to Saquon every game all day long? You don't think he want to take off and run, be prime Mike Vick from time to time? Or Donovan McNabb? You don't think he wants that? Everybody's sacrificing in their own way, but only one guy has to come out on social media and make a statement. And then right after you make the statement, we come out here and lose. I got news for AJ Brown, and I love AJ Brown. Look at Jamar Chase, Triple Crown winner last year. He was miserable every game because they lost constantly.
Facts.
They lost constantly. And I understand that you want to be a Hall of Famer. You want to be a gold jacket guy. I had some guy in the comments, and I'm going to pass this to you in a second, Joe, my bad. I had some guy in the comment section on Instagram say to me, we're wasting AJ Brown's career. We're wasting AJ Brown's career. He's never going to be a gold jacket guy in Philly. Really? Because to me, he's had his best years in Philadelphia. He wasn't doing half of what he did in Tennessee and Philadelphia. He's a Super Bowl champion for starters. He got 3,000-yard seasons. He got 2 seasons over 1,400 yards, close to 1,500 yards. He's a 3-time All-Pro. He broke the single season record for receiving yards that was in place for the Eagles for the longest of time. T.O. didn't break that. Deshaun Jackson didn't break that. Jeremy Maclin didn't break that. Devontae Smith didn't break that. He didn't come along and break that. And then on top of all of that, you got the record for the most consecutive games with 125 yards plus over Calvin Johnson. But he's wasting his career in Philly. I heard Kev say this, but I'm going to reiterate it. Be patient. You are A.J. Brown. You are going to get your numbers. Devontae Smith too, because you got 116 yards and we lost. Be patient. You're Devontae Smith. You see how teams are playing Saquon Barkley right now. You guys are going to get the ball, but keep the main thing, like my dog says, the main freaking thing. You do all that complaining, then you stop mid-route on a touchdown that seals the game. We go up 24-3 if he don't stop mid-route. Keep the main thing the main thing. Keep the main thing the main thing. Focus on winning football games. And you know what it does? Even if you don't have the best numbers, even if it don't look the prettiest, and obviously you want the offense to look a certain way. You know what winning games does? It puts you in prime position on prime time to really show out. It's one thing showing out at 12 o'clock. It's one thing showing out at 4. How about showing out at 7 or at 8 or when the playoffs start? because y'all got a high seed now, and they come through Philadelphia. And now the matchup is AJ versus this guy. Is he gonna dominate this playoff game? How about NFC Championship on one of the biggest stages there is? I got an opportunity to go out here and dominate. How about Super Bowl? Everybody watching. It ain't just about the numbers for a receiver. It's a lot to do with it, but it's also about your impact on winning. When the Eagles go down, and they could go down as one of the all-time greats if they continue to win at this level, they not just gonna look at pure numbers. They're gonna look at the whole team. They're going to look at AJ's dominance and how AJ impacted games as well. That's going to help to boost your resume outside of just raw numbers. How you showed up in the biggest games is going to matter. Your numbers and the things that stuff is going to matter. So when you keep the main thing, everything else flows. But if you just focus on numbers, you end up looking like Jamar Chase, who is also probably going to go down as a Hall of Famer, but you ain't going to win nothing. It's going to be triple crown, no playoff berth, because all you care about is your targets and receptions. And last thing, also ask Saquon Barkley what it's like to put up numbers and not win. That's why the report came out that him, Jalen Hurts, and A.J. Brown had a meeting, and they all talked for hours. I fully believe that it was Saquon Barkley that brought them two together and had that conversation. Because Saquon coming from a losing organization where I was the guy. I got the ball all the time. And I was the guy. And I was getting the rushing records out there. And I was doing my thing. I didn't get 2,000, but I was Saquon Barkley. And we couldn't win nothing. And now I'm here in Philly. And his biggest thing is, I don't care if I rush for 3 yards. We just won. We winning. What we talking about? This is more important. I am glad we lost. Because it refocuses and it makes you look at yourself in the mirror as everybody, because there's some other issues going on. I could talk about the offensive line. Hurts is not perfect. It's a lot of different things you could discuss. Overall. But it's the perfect time to take an L out of conference, out of division, against a pretty good team, pretty decent team in the AFC, where you look and you can say, okay, like we got to wake up and focus on the main thing and get back to winning. Especially with now you got the Giants coming up, you got the Vikings coming up, and the Giants again. In my opinion, should be tune-up games for the Philadelphia Eagles before you play the Packers, and the Detroit Lions. So I say all that to say I'm not concerned about the offense. I'm a little concerned about Kevin Patullo, but it just takes time, and he's played some extremely tough opponents. But at the end of the day, the Eagles will figure this out like they always do, and will be right where they need to be when they need to be, as long is they keep the locker room together and focus on the main thing. Coming together for one goal, to go 1-0 every week.
Yeah, so Kevin Patullo, I think he's getting killed too much for that last game. I get it. He could have ran the ball, but he put y'all in position to make plays, and y'all just didn't execute. Like, you mentioned the A.J. Brown overthrow, right? A.J. Brown either slowed down or Hurts overthrew him.
Right.
But I think A.J. Brown slowed down. Devontae Smitty caught basically a game-stealing catch in legal formation.
Yep.
That's not on Kevin Patullo. And I feel like I said in the chat, I said that y'all are passing the ball a lot, but it's not. It's like an extended run game. Like y'all did a lot of play action, throw it at Goddard or a receiver on the out route, like on a quick flat jump, right? So it wasn't, y'all wasn't really like throwing the ball downfield. Y'all were. Hurst was throwing the ball downfield, but that was it though. It was like quick slant, throw the ball downfield, or that play action out route, So that's all it was. It wasn't nothing too fancy. He kept it very simple, and I thought he called a good game. It's just that y'all couldn't execute when y'all had those plays. But this is me being the devil's advocate real quick.
Go ahead.
So I get it, You said the primetime games, man. It's about the primetime games y'all played this year so far. Y'all played the Cowboys week 1. A.J. Brown had 1 reception, 8 yards. Yeah. Y'all played the Chiefs on a game of the week where everybody's watching, 5 receptions, 27 yards. And I get it. Saquon came from a losing organization. I don't care if I get 3 yards. Yeah, you don't right now, but you will later. Because are we asking A.J. Brown to be Julian Edelman? I mean, that's what he was. He was a playoff Super Bowl receiver. Regular season, you don't really hear about him for real. It's all about winning. But Julian Edelman having a hard time getting the Hall of Fame, and he got like 3 rings. You know, but AJ Brown resume is different. Obviously, he already got all pros. He already got the yards. Like he probably already Hall of Fame. If we being real, like he probably already Hall of Fame. He retired today because he got a Super Bowl ring now. So, but I get where he's coming from. I just don't like the way he's going about it, like taking it publicly. If he's giving his frustrations inside, I get it because even though y'all winning, there's no reason why he should not be getting more targets. Now, don't get me wrong. He got targets last game, and he definitely got targets on the Buccaneers game.
Yes.
He got target. It was one drive. Y'all threw it to him 3 times in a row and went 3 and out. So I give you that. But he was complaining before that. But I do agree that it's about his numbers for real. It's not really about the offense. It's about his numbers. I understand that. And if you're frustrated about that because you already got your ring as a receiver, now to boost your status, it's about numbers. Nobody count receivers' rings at the end of the day. Like when we talk about who was the best receiver ever, we never mention like Randy Moss never won. But Randy Moss one of the best receivers ever. T.O. never won either. But he one of the best receivers ever. You know, so we never talk about the rings when Michael Irvin got 3 rings. But only Skip Bayless said he up there with T.O. No, nobody else talk about Michael Irvin as being a GOAT receiver.
Jerry too, but Jerry got rings and he got crazy numbers. Numbers.
See, and it's not the rings, it's the numbers that we talk about. Like he got numbers like John Stockton steals and assists type deal. Like he got those type of numbers that nobody gonna catch. So I understand why he's frustrated. And I'm not really mad at that because he's a receiver. Receiver is dependent on the quarterback to do his job. But how he's going about it is immature. Go about it like Smitty. Like, we never hear Smitty talk for real.
Never.
We hear him every now and then. And it's like, the fact that we hear him every now and then, when we do hear him, we like, yo, something's up. Because Smitty's saying something. And we never get mad at him. Like, I never get upset at Smitty for talking. Because it's like, bro, never talk. And he playing second fiddle to you this whole time. He supposed to be number 1 somewhere. And he already been sacrificing. So when he steps up and say, yo, come on, hey, like, what's up, y'all? Then it's like, all right, now I gotta listen. But when AJ, I'm not gonna lie, I'm at the point where it's like, oh gosh, here we go again. I'm not even Eagles fan. Like, here we go again.
And it's like, he puts us in a position, and we're gonna move on to the Commanders right after this. But he puts us in a position, bro, where the Eagles could be doing so well, and the media will say they stuff. And the Eagles like to say they don't pay attention to the media and all of that, which is fine. I think some of it's the truth, some of it is not. But he says stuff and puts stuff out there that the media could just take and just go and just run with. And it's like they kill your quarterback. They kill your head coach. They kill your coordinator. And then you just pour gasoline all over it. All over. It's like, come on, AJ. And these are the guys that you want to feature you in the offense. Like these guys human at the end of the day, bro. I just talked, like you said, the Bucks game right before he went on social media. Bro, I just targeted you 9 times, bro. 9 times. You had the most targets. A part of the reason, if you're Jalen Hurts, and I know some of it, I'm sure was Jalen Hurts, and some of it he was mad at the coordinator too. But if you're Jalen Hurts, a part of the reason why people talk about me not having a completion in the second half. It's because I'm trying to force feed you the ball to keep you happy, bruh. So they killing me about not having a completion in the second half. Meanwhile, in the first half, when I was just focused on winning, I was cooking. Oh, Smitty open. Oh, Goddard seemed like he the favorite target this season. It's been a little weird, but Goddard cooking. Oh, here you go, Dotson. Or here you go, Calcaterra, or whoever. And whoever's open, that's who I'm getting the ball to. I'm cooking. Everything looking good. Who knows what was said at halftime? Who knows if Jalen Hurts had it in his mind like, AJ ain't touched the ball in a while. I should probably go to him a lot. But whatever happened. And all of a sudden, we targeted him nonstop over guys that are, again, open. And now he don't have a completion. Now, some of that is that. Some of that is Jalen has some bad throws and some bad reads as well. He is not blameless in this conversation at all. And if I'm being honest, again, Jalen is human. I don't want to say this about my dog because I know he's all about winning. I think there are little moments where I ain't throwing the ball to AJ right now. I don't care. And the Panthers game last year was glaring to me. AJ wide open. I'm gonna throw the ball to Smitty. Touchdown, Smitty. Like it was just like, okay, that was a little, even though in the overthrow, Jalen Hurts got the best deep. I feel like he got the best, if not one of the best deep balls on the game. Even though in the overthrow, he pump faked or kind of hesitated because AJ stopped running, and then he was just like,
forget it.
he just threw it, and then after he threw, he just kind of stared like, bruh. Like, no, like maybe y'all could have lightened up on that pass, but it's almost like he was like, yo, I'm gonna put the ball where you should have been. That's how I'm gonna put the ball. And then after the game, neither one of them want to talk about the play for real. AJ I just thought it was a miss. And Jalen Hurts is like, I gotta go back and look at the film. And then they asked him again today. It was more than just one play, it was other like
Let me ask you this.
Yeah, go
Did
ahead.
you see what Michael Irvin said about that? Now I know a lot. I know what he said, and then he threw in Dak like that. Like when he threw in Dak, I felt like it kind of destroyed everything he said before that to a lot of people. But forget that part of the message. The message when he said that AJ gave up on the play because he didn't think Hurts was going to throw it to him. You know what I mean? Like, what you think about that?
I think this is the thing. I think there could be some validity to that because the play did take a while to develop. It took him a while to get behind the defense and get open. So I do think it could be by this time Hurts maybe done took off and start running, or the pocket maybe done collapsed or something along those lines, but see, the petty thing that I just brought up wasn't really happening this past game. We was targeting him in this game. And the play was clearly designed to go to AJ. That was his play. That was quite clear. So it's like, if anything, he stopped running because not on the petty side, but maybe on the side of like, it took me a while to get open. He probably sacked or something probably done happened. Then he looked up and the ball was up on him. He like, oh, snap. He had time to throw and but it's still no excuse for not running a route. It's still no excuse for not. And the thing
every time.
And the thing I don't like about what Michael Irvin said, his overlying point was when defenses muck up, it's hard for Jalen Hurts to read. And I'm like, y'all talk about Jalen Hurts like he is an amateur. And y'all wonder why guys like me go so hard for the man, bro. Pause. Because it's like, yo, are y'all serious, bro? The man you don't think he's ever seen zone coverages? You ain't Jalen Hurts, when he get people blitz him nonstop, you don't think he's seen disguised blitzes? Where guys fake like they gonna blitz and they back up, and he's had to decipher that. Come on, bruh. The same defense you're describing, he threw for 280 on. He just threw for 280 on the defense you talking about. More teams gonna do that. He gonna throw for 280 again.
It could have been more because AJ got a pass interference, and then
Devontae Smith played.
Got that, yeah.
And this is why I just, and we gonna move on. But this is why bro. People wonder why I'm an Eagles fan, but my favorite player is Jalen Hurts because I've seen it, bro. I was telling Kev on the side when he first was brought to Philadelphia, nobody, including myself, wanted him in Philadelphia because we had Carson Wentz. Then Carson Wentz started to go down the drain, and we threw in Hurts, and everybody was like, all right, we just going to see what that's like. Then he had the year in 2021, and over half the fan base wanted him traded. All of the media wanted him traded. Go get Russell Wilson. Go get this. And you've seen the progression over the years to him being what he is, bro. But y'all still talk about this man like he garbage, bro. And we ain't talking about the coordinator. We're going to talk about how hard it is to make sure everybody fed and happy. You got a head coach that could be a little egotistical. You got your own ego. Like, yeah, you got weapons, but there's other factors that play a part in this. And we see how they look with it when he ain't playing. It's just the part that bothers me most about AJ, and I'm done after this. The part that bothers me most about AJ Brown doing this is I know this about as a fan, and it does nothing but give ammo to people who want to hate on my quarterback, bro. That's what kills me, bro. Keep it in house, bro. Because when you put stuff, you have a down game. And do you say something like that to the media? Guys, ready to kill your quarterback. And then it's the guy you want to throw you the ball the following week? Come on, bro.
Yo, remember we played y'all without Hurts? And y'all lost. And AJ got a lot of work, though. And AJ was all smiles in the press conference. I remember that.
Bro.
Man, I had fun. He said that was fun. Like, it's my Marshall Lattimore. Like, yeah, I like that, man. I had a lot of fun today. But y'all lost.
We lost.
But he got action. He got a lot of action that day.
This is why I said before, Joe, It ain't about win, lose, or draw for him right now. Cause he know the team is good. He know more times than not we gonna win. So it ain't about that. It's not about necessarily how the offense is looking. It's about, did I go dominate my matchup? Did my opponent walk away from the field thinking they shut AJ Brown down today? Or did they walk around with they, you know what I'm saying, with their head dipped? That's what he care about.
Mm-hmm.
That is what he cares about. And Hurts couldn't care less. I'm trying to win the game.
Shout out to Chris Jones. Yeah.
Man, speaking of that.
Yards.
Right. Oh, snap. Knocking my headphones off my head, man. Sure. Speaking of that, man.
Hey, AJ on a different level today, y'all.
Hey, man. I was amped for this, man. I had so much to say. I still got some things to say. We gonna move on. We gonna move on to the Commanders, man. Because the Commanders also went out there and got a big time win over the LA Chargers. I mean a big time win. And it started off a little rocky, right? But then towards the end of the half, they got going. To end the game, they got going, and they walked away with a win against a team that's been very good this year so far. So I gotta ask you, Joe. What did the Commanders prove with their win against the Chargers, if anything at all?
To me, what they put to me, not much.
I was gonna say to you, or you like?
Not much, but in the media, we kind of been like not talked about lately. Mm-hmm. We lost to the Packers. Then JD5 got hurt. We blew out the Raiders, but what did that mean? Nothing. We lost to the Falcons, but that meant something. And our defense hasn't looked good. So I like how our defense responded. But they had an injured offensive line. I know if your offensive line is hurt or weak, we're going to dominate you defensively. That's just how we've been doing all year. Raiders, Giants. But when your offensive line is good, then we can't get pressure on the quarterback. But that defense is really good, though. Mm-hmm. The Chargers have one of the best defense in the NFL. Last year, they were number one in scoring. Coming into this game, they were fourth. 27 consecutive points, 27 unanswered points. And it could have been a touchdown if my man Moore would have caught the touchdown in the corner, which 85 threw us on the run. Yeah. Man, AJ, I know you say your guy got a good deep ball. He do. He got a nice one. You see that? You see my guy with Luke McCaffrey? I
did. It was nice. Hey, it was nice.
I know your boy is strong. He's squatting a lot. His legs strong. Touch push. But when he be throwing them deep balls, he got to put some ump to it. I be seeing, he be putting ump to it. My boy was in the pocket like this. Looked at Juju one time in the suite, gave her a head nod, and just launched that jump 50 yards. I know Juju was in the suite. You saw that?
Yeah, I did. I saw that. I saw them dap up after the game.
Hey, they're a couple, bro. I'm sorry. They're a couple. That handshake was two.
Yeah. Facts.
You not with your best friend. You doing this and stuff? No. Oh, nah. That's your girl. But he had 2 suites full of family and friends. Man, showed out. You know what I mean? But I do want to say this, though. Fat Debo. Still think he fat? He ain't fat.
He playing well. He
balling. As a number 1 receiver too. And you see the catches he's making. It's on hands, baby. Mm-hmm. He doing some tricky stuff, but he catches. Hey, he playing receiver. He running routes and catching the ball with his hand. So I want to give a shout out to he got more catches than y'all than AJ Brown. God, anyway, I just gotta bring that up, right? I would say over Smitty went crazy last game though. So
he did.
I would say both of them combined, but Smitty went crazy last game. Jeremy Reeves have been balling out, but Bill, oh my gosh, AJ, I said this on the last show. I said this on R2L. I think Bill is the best running back we had, eye test wise, since Clem Portis.
Oh wow.
Now, somebody, Tomo said, what about Adrian Peterson? And I'm like, you know what? You're right. I'm not going to go that far. All right. AP was past his prime, but AP was still balling.
He was cooking.
So I'm not going, I'm going to say this is AP then. Mm-hmm. But people would bring up Alfred Morris. I love Alfred Morris. But I think eye test wise, Bill is better. Like basically what I see now. Mm-hmm. I would see things could change. It's still early, but 14 carries, 111 yards. 14 carries. Do you know that he's leading all running backs in yards per carry? All running backs, not even rookie running backs. He's leading all rookie running backs in touchdowns. He got more rushing yards than Saquon Barkley. Crazy. Now I knew the 6 carries helped that, but my man getting 6 carries some games. Like I said, he only had 14 last game. He had 111 yards. So the offensive line is playing better, and we still are hurt on the offensive line. People forget about that. We don't have our starting right guard. So Coleman is hurt. So we don't have our full offensive line, but we're still looking good in the running game. And I mean that the Chargers are a good team, but they hurt on the offensive line. We shut down Justin Herbert and we ran it up on their defense. You know what I mean? Derwin James, you good. But every time Bill got on the outside, he was lost in the sauce. He didn't know what to do. You know, so I'm not too excited about the game. I am excited because we back on the winning column, but it ain't proved nothing to me. I told you how I felt about our squad.
To me, oh, J-Mo said, what about Alfred Morris? Alfred was cold for a little bit. Alfred Morris was nice for a little
yards.
bit.
I think he had 1,600 yards rookie year.
Yeah, bro. Alfred was nice,
bro.
Him and RG3. Whoo, that was crazy for a little bit.
It was. Hey.
But you still going Bill over him too, though?
I'm talking as far as eye test.
Okay.
Like, Morris had more opportunities. Bill not getting the opportunities off Morris getting.
Fair. I feel that. So to me, what did the Commanders prove with their win against the Chargers? To me, as an Eagles fan, can't speak to what it proved to everybody else, but to me as an Eagles fan watching the game, to me it proved you can't forget about them.
Okay.
You can't forget about them. Because as an Eagles fan, I'm going to be honest with you. I stopped thinking about the Commanders for a little bit. I stopped thinking about y'all for a little bit. I'm looking at the Rams. Oh, they almost got us. Like, boy, them boys going to be an issue down the stretch. I'm looking at the Niners. They balling even without Purdy out there. I'm like, the Niners might be an issue down the stretch. And the Niners have routinely, like, they always been that team at one point that kind of give us problems. You know, that defense is normally an issue for us. So, got to keep an eye out, for them. Obviously, I got my eyes on Detroit. We're going to talk about them shortly because they are starting to hit a bit of a stride here, right? People have been talking about Green Bay, right? People have been talking about the Bucks. People talk about a lot of NFC teams, and ain't nobody talking about the Commanders right now. And it was in part because the last time we saw them on the field with Jaden Daniels before this game against the Chargers, they went out there and lost. And then Jaden got hurt, and then, it's just been kind of like, they won one game, they lost one game. All right, I didn't really think about them. But for me, sitting back watching that game, it made me think like, all right, can't forget about the Commanders. Like, this is a team that is going to be in the mix at the end of the day. I might not think that they're going to be a team that goes on a crazy run again like last year, but this is a team that, if we want to get to where we want to get, at some point we got to see them. At some point they got to see us, just like we got to see the rest of these NFC teams. And it ain't going to be sweet because when you watch how they played against the Chargers, one thing I would say about Jaden Daniels, I'm looking at y'all schedule. Bears, Cowboys, Chiefs, Seahawks, Lions, Dolphins, Broncos, Vikings, Giants, Eagles, Cowboys, Eagles. I'm looking at y'all schedule, and I'm like, there's not a game. Now, I'm a biased Eagles fan. So if you just take the Eagles out of it.
I got you.
There's not a game I look at where I'm not like, man, the Commanders can't win that game. Or the Commanders definitely going to lose that game. You know what I mean? Like, I can't look at no games like that when Jaden is playing the way he plays. They're always like, look, as long as y'all got JD5, it's like y'all do have a shot. Y'all have a chance to win any team, especially with the way the Chiefs have been looking this season. The Bears up and down. Dallas ain't got no defense, but that's going to be an interesting matchup because the two offenses, I think, are going to go crazy. Seattle is Seattle, but you know how I feel about Darnold. So it's like, yeah, and then Detroit, y'all beat Detroit. That's going to be, or last year, that's going to be an interesting matchup this year. But it's like, I look at the schedule and I'm like, there's not a team on the schedule where I'm looking like, oh, that game's an L at this point. And at one point before the season started, I mean, the Chiefs, that was an L to me. The Lions, that was an L to me. Who else? It was a few other games. Even the Chargers are like, they probably gonna lose that game. The Packers was also an L for me. But it's like, for the most part, it was like, they gonna lose this game. I'm confident in that. Now I'm going into these games like they could win. They could win this game, and they could win that game, and they could. So, for me, it just proved that they are still they are similar to what they were last year. I don't think they've reached that stride that they was on quite yet last year. They gotta get Scary Terry back and let that chemistry simmer again. He won a game without Terry. Impressively, might I add. I give him credit where it's due. You know what I mean? Bless you, babe.
Bless you.
He said, Joe said, bless you too. So, very to me, and you know how I feel about Herbert, but it was still, to me, all by his side, it was an impressive win, and it just showed like the Commanders are still a team you gotta watch out for, not only in the East but in the NFC in general.
Yeah, I think our test to see if we for real, which I believe we are, is when we play the Detroit Lions. That's like my like because Detroit want us so bad, bro. I know they do. I know they want to get us back.
Everybody.
Yeah, but Detroit, bro, like offense is so high power. They are like defensively for us, it's gonna be tough. Like we had to turn the ball over, and even with all those turnovers, they still put up 30 plus on us. Like,
Yeah,
you gotta think about it. So that's that. But with Detroit lingering around, they are favorites right now in the NFC. I don't know if you heard, AJ. They are favorites, and I don't know if you know this either. The Packers are second.
really.
The Lions are first. The Packers are second. Tampa Bay is not third. It's the Philadelphia Eagles.
I'm about to say what? I'm about to say what? Oh my goodness! Hold on. You got me there. I ain't gonna lie. You got me there. I'm not gonna lie.
So AJ, should the Lions be favorites to win the NFC?
Let me pull this back up. Let me pull this back because I had it earlier. I just want to make sure I have this accurately before I say it. Should the Detroit Lions be the favorite to win the NFC? No, they should not be the favorites to win the NFC. Now, what I will say about Detroit is they have looked impressive since the Packers game. J-Mo would have killed me, bruh. Like, ain't no way, bro. Y'all getting carried away. Y'all getting carried away, bro. This is crazy. This is crazy. The Packers are already like, all right, now y'all doing a lot. You know what I mean? But it just goes back to how things look right now. Whatever. We'll say that for another time. But speaking of how things look, the Lions, they are playing really good ball right now. The offense is flowing. The offense is top 6. The defense is top 8. You know what I mean? Like, they're playing great as a team. The play calling is a little better than I anticipated coming off of that Packers game. I thought it was going to continue to kind of nosedive a bit to start, and they would kind of hit their stride kind of midway through the season, kind of like how I predicted the Cowboys season would go. They'd struggle out the gate, and they hit their stride. It looks like I was wrong about that, too. They're hitting their stride offensively, hitting their stride a lot faster than I anticipated, and it's looking like the same thing for the Detroit Lions. But, Joe, can we just take a quick look at who they played, bro?
I knew it. That's coming.
Joe, they played the Packers when the Packers was, first week of the season. Everybody hyped on the Packers because they got Micah Parsons. They got shut down. It was 13-27. The Packers really dominated that game.
They did.
After that, they played the Bears. And at the time that they played the Bears are still trying to figure it out. And it was obviously like the Lions kind of knew how to play the Bears because of the Bears head coaching situation, right? Like, why am I blanking on his name right now? Head coach for the Bears. Ben Johnson. We just had Ben Johnson. We know how he liked to run things. It's going to be similar. It's like they kind of knew what was coming before it happened. And Caleb Williams is, it's taking him a little bit to learn that offense. So you caught the Bears at a really good time is what I'm trying to say. You caught the Bears at the perfect time. After that, you played the Ravens. And it looks like it's a solid win at the time. But we see what the Ravens are defensively. The Ravens is one of the worst defensive teams in the league. So it's like you get credit for beating Lamar. It's Lamar. And Lamar put up 30. Played. So I'm not going to sit up here and just poo-poo that win like it's nothing because it's something. But they sitting at 1-4 right now, probably about to be 1-5. So how much stock can we put into that win? Then you play Cleveland and you play the Bengals. Yeah, you look impressive.
Yeah.
Any contender in the NFC that had that schedule was probably going to look impressive. You know who will also look impressive with that schedule? The Bucks. The Bucks will look impressive with that schedule as well. You know who would also look impressive with that schedule? The Philadelphia Eagles. Probably be undefeated with that schedule. Like, it would be a lot of the same things, bro, for a lot of other teams. I give them credit for looking how they look, but should they be the favorites over the team? And again, people keep forgetting we had. It's like before the season started, Joe, everybody talked about how hard this schedule was to start. Now that the games are being played, Philadelphia look weird to us. Then y'all just say we had the hardest schedule? Then y'all just said this. Y'all just said they gotta play this, they gotta play that, they gotta do this. We don't know. They might go 2-2, they might go 1-3. They'd be lucky to get out that 4-1. And then we go 4-0, and it's like, but they didn't look impressive. I don't get it, bro. What do y'all want? They need to run the ball more. They need to throw the ball more. Then we throw the ball more. They should have ran the ball more. What do y'all want from Philly? Should they be favorites over Philly? No. Do they look more impressive than Philly? Yes, because they play easier competition than Philly so far this year, in my opinion. I mean, bro, right now, bro, like I think Tampa Bay could go toe to toe with them. The way Tampa play, the way Abuka playing right now, offensive rookie of the year, the way he playing right now, I think Tampa Bay is right there with them. I think right now, if they lined up with the Commanders, I wouldn't be shocked if the Commanders beat them right now. I just like there's not too many teams in the NFC right now that I look at and be like, man, or too many contending teams that could be in a conversation for favorite to win NFC that I look at like, oh, the Lions are head and shoulders above that team. No, they're not. They have not shown me that. Now, granted, if they later on in this schedule, they're getting ready to play the Chiefs, they're getting ready to play the Bucks, they're getting ready to play the Commanders, they're getting ready to play the Eagles. Now, if they rattle off a bunch of wins in that stretch, we having a different conversation. They beat the Commanders, they beat Philly, they beat the Bucks. Okay, they beat a few of those teams. Okay, I understand it, but you're not gonna get me to say they the favorite. They should be the favorite in the NFC when you beating up on the Bears, you know, the Browns, the Bengals. Come on, bro. That ain't enough. That ain't enough for me. I don't care how the champs looking. That ain't enough for me to say that they better than they should be number one favorite over the champs right now.
I'm with you. Like this is my point right here.
Just read that. Thank you, J-Mo.
This is legit my only point, bro. Like, y'all won a Super Bowl. Y'all are the number one seed still. You lost to an AFC team. Y'all up by 14. You know, when y'all won loss, y'all basically gave up that loss. When their one loss, they got dominated, and it's with the NFC team too. And I'm going to read the odds.
NFC and divisional team at that.
Facts. So Detroit is favorite plus 340, who lost to the Packers badly. Packers are second plus 425, who lost to the Cleveland Browns, and tied with the Cowboys.
And tied with Dallas.
Y'all are right after them plus 450. Guess who's fourth?
Commanders.
The 49ers.
I'm not mad at that.
I think that Rams win got them good. So the 49ers are plus 800, even though they lost to the Jags, but they're plus 800. Then it's the Rams plus 900. Then it's us plus 950. Then it's the Bucks. I'm not mad at these odds, to tell you the truth. Based on how the season has gone so far, outside of like Philly should be 1, Detroit should be 2, Green Bay should be 3, and then 49ers, then Rams, then Commanders. But based on how the season went, but Detroit, they have looking good. They look like they're back to who they are, but that's against bad teams. Like, not just bad teams. The Browns got a good defense, and teams that struggled. Even the Ravens struggled against them, kind of. And Detroit didn't struggle. Detroit offense blew them out the doors. The Bengals defense trash. The Ravens defense trash. You know what I mean? So like they're beating up trash defenses.
Bengals defense, or you said the Bengals defense,
yeah. So like you said, we want to see them against another contender and see how they look. Because last time they were against a good defense, they got shut out.
Exactly.
Not shut out, but you get what I'm saying.
And I know Carl gonna watch this back and be like, he just hating on the Detroit.
I think he might agree with you for real.
I would hope so. I would hope so. It's like they'll have their opportunity. They'll have their opportunity to prove what they are. They'll have their opportunity to prove what they are. But right now, I gotta see more. It's y'all. So y'all know how to answer this question, J-Mo.
Hey,
y'all know
whatever
how.
it is, need to keep drinking it because he hot today.
Like I said, I've been itching to get back. Man. Y'all know how LeBron and I think he run it with Steve Nash now. He run the podcast. What's that podcast called, bro?
Oh my gosh, mind the game.
Mind the game. Where they be sipping on that wine in the glass. It's a little wine. It's just a little wine to get me right for this show. Because like I said, I was excited, man. So just a little sip of the wine. You know what I mean? Just a little sip
Kind
here
of balance you out a little bit.
Yeah, just balance me out. Get emotions get a little too high. Let me take a little sip of the wine and mellow me out. Just a little bit. You know what I mean? But still keep me amped for the show. You know what I mean? Just a little bit of that. But yeah, I want to see more out of Detroit, man. I want to see more out of Detroit. But there's no way people get too enamored with how things look, bro. There's no way. And all bias aside, there's no way the Eagles shouldn't still be the favorites right now. And to say Green Bay is 2, Green Bay has not looked more impressive than Philadelphia when they got a loss to the Browns and tied with Dallas. Now, if you only going off their 2 wins, you have a point. But because they got to win over Detroit, right? And that's a high quality team.
And they beat us too.
And they beat
us
yes.
in Detroit convincingly, bro. They beat both of us convincingly, kind of. The score don't say it, but they beat us convincingly.
I forgot that was y'all first loss of the season. Y'all first loss of the season. So it's like
teleport on rocks. That's a high school line.
You funny, but yeah, man. I understand it if you just going off them 2 wins, but you gotta keep looking at everything, bro. Like, keep looking at everything. You know what I mean?
I think that's called folks. I don't think
okay. Respect to y'all. Thank y'all for supporting the show, but y'all see what it is. Y'all see what it is. You know what I mean?
Hey, you see what it is. Hey, I'm sorry I had to do it to you. I'm sorry. Sorry I had to do it to you. I'm sorry. I know the screen pass he caught. I'm sorry. I had to do it to you. My bad, Mr. Carl. Appreciate you for tuning in, though.
100%.
Oh yeah. That's Carl Uncle, y'all.
That's what's up. Thank you for tuning in.
Ready for the pick'ems?
Let's do the pick'ems, man. Let's do the pick'ems.
You want everybody to tune out before I put the records up?
Yeah, man. Everybody click off, man. Everybody click off real quick before we put these records up, man. It's looking crazy out here. It's looking crazy out here, man.
It's the pick'ems, y'all. It's be looking like, yeah. So I'm 41, 37, AJ 34, and 44. But look, let everybody look. We're not just picking the games. We're picking the betting line when it opens up. Mm-hmm. So it might have changed between now and Sunday, and we still picking with the opening line.
Yep.
So things change like that. That's kind of tough because things change between now. Like it's Tuesday, y'all. Like the games ain't until Thursday and Sunday, and Monday. So, but we making it work.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes, sir.
I'm ready when you
are.
Ready
to get to it? All right, I got it.
Hold on. Let me put up my thing. All right, Joe. They got my high school email as my username. Gotta change that, Joe. All right. I'm ready.
All right, let's get it. We got do you have it up? You looking at it too, or is it just
I have it up, yeah.
Okay. I was like, you did that for a reason. Okay. We got the Philadelphia Eagles at the New York Giants. The Eagles are favored minus 6.5, and 78% of people are favoring the Eagles with that 7.5 or that 6.5 spread. And I'm rocking with it. I think the Eagles win this game by more than a touchdown.
Yeah, I'm gonna rock with it. Y'all fresh off a loss, so
fresh off a loss, short week. Media gonna kill us.
Yeah, but Giants at home, Jackson Dart.
I like what I'm seeing from Dart. I ain't gonna lie.
No neighbors though.
No neighbors.
I don't know. I'm gonna go
Quinyon had a rough week this past week too, the second half. So I'm expecting Quinyon to be a lot better this week. Not gonna lie.
Oh yeah,
but next we got the Denver Broncos. Yep. Next we got the Denver Broncos at the New York Jets. The Denver Broncos are favored in this matchup minus 7.5.
On the road.
66% of people are also liking the on the road. 66% of people are also favored in the Broncos in this matchup. I'm going with the Jets
AJ, this
to cover that spread. I don't think that one.
This is an overseas game.
Oh, it
play at
is.
9:30. Yeah, they play at 9:30
Oh yeah,
a.m.
it's an 8 a.m. game. Yeah.
I'm going with the
Yep.
Broncos. Though.
Yep. I'm gonna go with the Jets. I'm gonna go with the Jets to cover the spread, just because I think that, man, I see it all the time. You come out, you die, you come out, you beat the champs, you on a high. Then the next game on the road, overseas, you let go of the rope a little bit. I think they win, but I think it's closer than what people think. So I got the Jets.
Oh yeah. Also, people in the chat, let us know who y'all picking. Also, but I'm going with the Broncos.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
0-5, man, and that defense. Nah.
This man marking the comments talking about he rooting for the Giants and that Of course you rooting for the Giants. Well, you gonna root for anybody Philly playing against, bro? Like, I mean, obviously it's not earth shattering news. Yeah, I'm rooting for the Giants. I mean, come on, bro. You know who the threat is. I'm rooting for the Giants. Like, that's something. What you talking about? Next up, we got the Arizona Cardinals at the Indianapolis Colts. The Colts are favored in this matchup, minus 6.5 at home. The people also like this. 75% of people are rocking with the Colts to cover that minus 6.5 spread at the crib.
Yeah, man. The Colts. I'm taking the Colts. The Cardinals are melting.
Nose diving.
Yeah, bro. Your boy might not be a coach next year.
Yeah. Well, first off, what's the name? Gannon ain't my guy. I just want to say that. Gannon is not Gannon cost us a Super Bowl. He is not. He wasn't my guy even when we was good. I couldn't stand him. Oh my gosh, couldn't stand him. Fangio runs the defense that he was trying to run to perfection. That man, what he was running in Philly, man, shoot, please. But yeah,
That ain't my guy.
That ain't my guy. Give me the Colts. See, man, lost that Super Bowl, dipped out of town, didn't give us no extra interviews or nothing. Just dipped out of town.
For
bro.
real? Dang.
Bro, no, he didn't give us no extra interviews, bro. He didn't talk about the Super Bowl to his opening interview with the Cardinals. He dipped out of town, bro. He vanished. Blew the game.
He got a job.
He blew the Super Bowl and vanished. Do you know how upset? Next up, we got the Chargers. Next up, we got the Chargers at the Miami Dolphins. The Chargers are favored in this matchup on the road, minus 4.5. And 73% of people are picking the Chargers to cover that minus 4.5 spread on the road.
I think they could win, but I'm gonna go with the spread with the Dolphins.
Interesting.
The Chargers haven't really scored a lot of points, if you noticed this year. I don't think they scored 30 points this year at all.
My question is, are they hungry coming off of that loss?
But they're hurt on the O line still, man. Like they just lost Mario Hampton.
Very true.
And Najee Harris already hurt.
I think I'm gonna rock with the Dolphins as well.
This man James will picking against his team.
I feel that. Hey, they could the Chargers could win, but the Dolphins could cover the spread though.
That's what I'm thinking.
So
I'm thinking that. But the Dolphins they're itching for a win, bro. Like they've been close like multiple weeks.
yeah.
Like the Chargers, they scored 27 against the Chiefs, then 20, then 23, 21, and 18 and 10.
True.
So,
I feel that. Next up, we got the Cleveland Browns at the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Steelers are favored at home, minus 4.5. And 70% of people agree with that 4.5 spread in favor of the Steelers.
Give me the Steelers in a win, but give me the Browns plus 1.5.
To cover?
The Steelers do a good job with rookie quarterbacks, though. I will say that. But the Browns defense also is going to be a problem.
I just got no faith in Dylan Gabriel, even though he was decent this past week.
Right. He had an elementary playbook, man. No, he was okay. He threw it down for a touchdown, but it was pitch and catch the whole game. He didn't have to read nothing for real. Like it was more so like, do this. Like they was literally like you could tell he was hitting the first. He was hitting the read the coach told him. Right. He didn't have to go through no progressions for real. Like it was everything was set up for him. But I'm gonna go with the Browns. Look, I think both. It's gonna be a defensive game.
Okay. I'm gonna go with the Steelers. To cover that spread. Next, we got the Dallas Cowboys at the Carolina Panthers. The Cowboys are favored in this matchup on the road 3.5. Minus 3.5 on the road. And 74% of people are rocking with that minus 3.5 spread in favor of the Dallas Cowboys.
I'm rocking with it too.
With the Cowboys?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going with Dallas as well.
Yeah.
Dak, we didn't talk about him today. We might have to talk about him next episode. Dak is
Yeah,
cooking.
man.
Dak is cooking. This is
You
why last season when we was ready, a lot of people was ready to bury him. I was just like, Dak he was just all pro just a year or so ago. Like Dak can still play. And now you got Pickens. Like the Cowboys, they are better than I thought to start the season. But what I will say about them before we quickly move on is I knew the offense was gonna be like that.
You said that.
Like they offense gonna be like that. Their defense gonna be trash. That was my expectation, and it's looking exactly like how I anticipated.
For that.
So that got to carry offensively. So them numbers gonna be crazy all year long. Next we got Seattle at Jacksonville. The Seahawks are favored on the road minus 1.5, but the people like the spread for Jacksonville at plus 1.5. So they think Jacksonville gonna cover that 1.5 spread. 64% of people believe that.
I'm going with the Seahawks. I think they're gonna force some turnovers.
It's a tough one too.
But the thing is, the Seahawks are hurt in the back end though.
Yeah. Jacksonville 4-1.
Yeah, I know. With a win over the Chiefs yesterday.
With a win over the Chiefs.
And they beat the 49ers too.
This is kind of a pick 'em for me. I'm not gonna lie.
You know what? I'm gonna switch my pick. I'm gonna go with the Jacksonville.
Jacksonville? You know I can't put no faith in Sam Darnold, bro. I don't think I picked them to do anything, cover the spread or nothing all year. But is it gonna be that letdown I was speaking to before though? When it comes to the Broncos, I'm gonna go with Jacksonville. My gut telling me Jacksonville. I'm gonna go with Jacksonville.
I mean, they just beat the 49ers the week before.
Yeah, facts.
And they beat the Chiefs now, so.
This is true.
And
Next,
the Seahawks off of a loss.
I never thought I'd see a spread like this that doesn't favor the Ravens, but they ain't got Lamar. So right now, you got the LA Rams at the Baltimore Ravens. The Rams are favored on the road minus 7.5.
Dang.
And the people also are rocking with that 7.5 spread, minus 7.5 spread. 65% of people are picking the Rams to cover that minus 7.5 spread in Baltimore.
Devontae Adams and Puka Nacua.
Gonna cook.
I'm gonna cook.
I got the Rams. They gonna cook. They gonna cook, bro.
They about to cook these boys, man.
Yeah.
Dang.
Next, we got the Patriots. We got the New England Patriots at the New Orleans Saints. The Patriots are favored on the road minus 3.5. And 81% of people agree with that minus 8.5 spread in favor of the Patriots on the road versus the Saints. I'm going to go with the Saints to cover that spread.
Ooh,
but the Patriots win.
The Saints fresh off of a win too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go
at home in the dome. I think they lose by 3.
Yeah, give me the Saints too.
I'm taking the Saints for sure. Next, we got the Tennessee Titans. Two ugly teams. We got the Tennessee Titans at the Las Vegas Raiders.
Ooh, this is an ugly game right here.
Man, the odds are in favor of the Raiders minus 4.5 at home, but the people like the Tennessee Titans to cover that 4.5 spread on the road against the Raiders. I'm gonna take the Titans.
I'm gonna go with the Raiders. This is like a game I'm not watching.
Yeah, bro, nobody's watching that game. But the people that live in Vegas probably, they ain't watching that game unless they there. Next, we got a game that could be like, I don't know if this is America's. No, it's probably not America's game because the Lions.
No, it is 420. Oh, you're right.
but
No, it's 425 game.
Okay.
It's either that game or it's the
Oh yeah, yeah.
Buccaneers, the Green Bay and Bengals.
Yep.
I hope it's not that.
Yeah, I wouldn't think it's that because that spread looking crazy, but we'll get there in a hot second. We got the 49ers at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is going to be a big time game for the NFC. Definitely going to be watching this one. The Bucks are favored in this matchup, minus 2.5 at home. The people also rocking with the Bucks in this matchup. 73% of people are expecting the Bucks to cover that 2.5 spread.
I'm actually going with the 49ers to win outright.
How is the health of what's the name? Brock Purdy, and because remember what's the name was banged up too. Mac Jones was banged up to end that last game too.
Oh yeah, I think Mac Jones good to play.
I'm gonna go with the Bucks at home.
All right, yo, this next spread is crazy.
This is crazy. We got the
Dang.
we got the Cincinnati Bengals at the Green Bay Packers. The Green Bay Packers finally back at home. Been a little bit now. One loss, one tie on the road. Remember I was saying about the Packers on the road. Got to see it. And they coming back on the road with not another win so far. But the spread is in favor of the Packers at home versus the Cincinnati Bengals. 14.5 minus 14.5. I'm going to go with the Cincinnati Bengals.
Me too.
To cover that spread, minus 14, especially if we know that they just traded for Joe Flacco. If Joe Flacco's out there, I don't think they lose that game by 15 points. I don't, or four, whatever it is, 13. I think they make it a 10-point, 7-point.
He gonna throw that rock.
To say. It might be crazy to say if they lose this game. It's gonna be interesting to see Flacco with them with Chase and Higgins out there.
He already played him too.
Yeah,
he was bad though, but he played him.
Yeah, he was, but at least you seen the defense once.
I don't know, man. I'm picking the Bengals, but I don't think I'm picking them because of the spread. I don't think they're gonna. I don't think they have a chance.
I wouldn't be shocked if they won. I would not be shocked if they won.
Good.
Yeah, that's very true. You know, I expect it to be. Yeah, I can see it being a bit of a shootout, but I just don't see them winning by. I mean, plus 14.5 or minus 14.5 is crazy. And 62% of people agree that the Bengals are going to cover that. By the way, so I'm gonna see about that. We got the Detroit Lions next at the Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs are on the cusp potentially of going 2-4 to start this season, which is crazy for everybody but moi. Just want to point that out because I've been saying the Chiefs ain't gonna be the same Chiefs. I just want to I'm gonna keep pointing that out. I know y'all seen Patrick Mahomes throw that pick six, taking back 100 yards. Oh my goodness!
That was the game.
Same thing happened in Philly. It was in Arrowhead when he threw it. Threw it in Arrowhead, the interception against us. So that really wasn't his fault. That was on Travis dropping the ball and all that, and it didn't get returned 99 yards. But what I'm saying is, picking the red zone. They going crazy, bro. Going crazy. I feel it. Detroit here. I see it. But yeah, another pick in the red zone kind of cost you the game in the long run. But again, Detroit at Kansas City. The Chiefs are favored at home, minus 1.5. But, you know, that's not a lopsided favorite at home because, you know, don't you get like a point or two because you're at home? 3. You get 3 because you're at home. So, really, to be honest, Detroit favored, if we being honest, to win this football game. I am
going with Detroit. Yo, if the Chiefs beat Detroit Lions, then that's good for them.
Yeah.
Like the Chiefs just don't look good right now. You know, so Mahomes, like, give me the Lions, man. Even the defense, bro, they getting burnt up.
Yeah. It's weird to me to pick against them in this matchup just off the strength of like, I knew they wouldn't be the same, but are they gonna go 2-4?
Just Sunday night too.
Sunday night, prime time at home in Arrowhead. I'm gonna pick the Chiefs. In this matchup.
Oh, we got 2 Monday night games.
Yup. You wanted the Commanders to be the standalone?
I hate that, man.
I feel that.
Yeah,
I feel that. We got the Buffalo Bills at the Atlanta Falcons. The Buffalo Bills are favored on the road, minus 3.5. And the people also like the Buffalo Bills to cover that minus 3.5 spread. 87% of people are picking the Buffalo Bills to cover that spread over the Falcons in Atlanta. And I'm also going with Buffalo because they just lost. And I think they're going to come out and have one of those games. I can
it's
see it being
funny.
a little tricky, but I could see the Bills coming out having one of those type of days.
It's funny. Last year when we played the Bengals Monday night, the Bills played that same day,
Mm.
and the Bills blew out whoever they played.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
going with the Bills.
Okay. Okay.
I'm going with the Bills, and
Next prime time game. After we watch the Bills kind of dismiss the Falcons, which is what's probably gonna happen. We got the Bears. The Bears at the Washington Commanders. The Commanders are favorite minus 4.5 in this game at home. And 67% of people are expecting the Commanders to cover that minus 4.5 spread. So, Joe, you rocking with the Bears to cover that spread?
Come on, man. Come on, rolling with -4.5. I'm
Let
going
me
Commanders minus 13.5.
let me minus 13 and a half. Let me see something real quick. So
I'm
the
going
so
to
the
-4.5.
the Bears just
They just won by 1 point.
they just over the Raiders too on the road. Yeah, give me the Commanders. Give me the Commanders. Give me the Commanders. I'll take the Commanders.
We blew them out by like 30 or 20 something with Marcus Mariota. Like,
They on a 2-game win streak though. They did smack the Cowboys before they beat the Raiders. So, and I'm interested in seeing this. The Hail Mary happened in Washington last time. I know Jaden wasn't fully healthy, but they made that game closer than everybody thought they would last year. So I'm interested in seeing if they come back and try to get a little revenge.
man, it's Monday
It's
night
gonna
at
be
home.
interesting to watch, but it's Monday night at the crib.
At home.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Is
go
Juju
with.
gonna be there? It's at home. You know she is. Monday night.
I'm definitely going.
I just realized Juju was
I'm
in
rock with the
California.
Commanders. Yeah, yeah.
They
I'm
probably
gonna
know
go with
each
the
other for a
Commanders.
while.
Yep.
Yeah, I know you're going to Commanders. I mean, you're a smart man. You're a smart man. You're a smart man. You're a smart man.
Oh man.
All right, that's it. We wrapping it up. All right. My last
Yes, sir.
word.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I got this upstairs. Let's get out of here, AJ.
Yes, sir.
Great show, man. Awesome show. Glad to have you back. Hold on. Great
Glad
show,
to be
great
back.
show. It was a great show today. First of all, congratulations on your wedding, you and your wife, both of y'all.
Thank you.
Congratulate. Well, I hope you have fun on the honeymoon. I'm glad
For
the
sure.
Eagles won. Well, I'm not glad, but I'm glad before you.
Right.
The Eagles won when you were away. The whole story you told me before you went out in your reception, that's like a classic story right there. So I'm
Facts.
happy for y'all right there. Shout out to everybody in the R2L family and the community. Shout out to the whole network. Make sure y'all check out the other shows. FFC had an episode earlier today. RBO got an episode tomorrow. And CTC got one tomorrow also. So make sure y'all tune in to all these shows that we have. And man, listen, man. I know I'm at the last one to talk, but the Commanders, with them, I remain unfazed. I mean, the floor is yours. That's all I gotta say. Ain't got too much to say.
I feel that.
Oh, and also your boy Braun. What's that? What's up, bro?
I was actually gonna get to that too. I'm gonna get to that.
All right, go ahead.
That man, Brian, man, he pump faking like a mother. You gonna retire or what's going on, bro?
Yes, man.
Like my second decision is I'm signing with Hennessy. Like, come on, bro. You ain't gotta do all this, bro. You ain't gotta do all this. But anyway, my last words, man. Obviously, great episode today, man. Shout out to the R2L Network. Shout out to the Full Timeout Network. Shout out to everybody watching, tuning in. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. If you like the content, you know what I'm saying? We got more pumping all season long. Eagles fans, just understand how they're going to talk about the Eagles, bro. What I want the Eagles fans and Eagles players to understand is the Philadelphia Eagles are in a time period right now. If you've been an Eagles fan for a long time, you recognize this could very well be the glory days of an Eagles fan. Best rosters we done had over the last like 4 years or so that we done really ever had. Obviously, you could throw the 06 team in there with McNabb and T.O. and Brian Dawkins and those dogs on defense. But these teams we've had over the last couple years, there's a reason why we've been to 2 Super Bowls in 4 years. So with that being said, everybody young, everybody under contract. We got a great GM and a great owner that's making sure everybody paid. The media is going to try to break us apart. Other fan bases, rival fan bases, they're going to try to, the Eagles should trade A.J. Brown. He's not happy. He wants the ball more. And the Eagles should get rid of Devontae. He wants the ball more. And we should throw the ball 1,000,001 times. We should run the ball 1,000,001 times. Yeah, the Eagles are 4-1, but are they really that impressive? And then when we start winning more, oh, they're a super team. This is what they're going to do because they want to break us up. To me, to my eyes, it is obvious that that is what they want. Don't feed them what they are asking for. Continue to thrive. And like my dog say, keep the main thing the dang main thing. Because as long as you do that, you shut everybody up. At the end of the day, we win that Super Bowl. Ain't too many people have much to say after that. The passing attack is this. The passing attack is that. Saquon this. The defense that. Nick Sirianni this. Jalen Hurts that. A.J. Brown unhappy. Then they win the Super Bowl, and it's like, man, this is one of the best teams we've seen in a long time. Now they're a super team. I mean, it's just how it goes. So just be alert to that. Also, basketball season coming up, man. Preseason starting. You know what I'm saying? I know Luka and Brian ain't been out there yet. But hey, Lake Show, what we doing? Really, Luka, what we got? Because it's going to fall on you this year. Brian on his way out the door. Luka, I need an MVP caliber season from you. You know what I'm saying? I need an MVP caliber season for you. But that's all the attention that y'all get. Because right now I'm locked in on them Birds. That season ain't started yet. And unlike people, you know, contrary to belief, people think that I'm phased as an Eagles fan. But we 4-1. Number 1 in the NFC, number 1 in the NFC East. With the Giants coming up, the Vikings and the Giants again. You know how I'm feeling, Joe. You know I'm feeling unfazed.
Unfazed. Let's get out of here. Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.